Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded at the 2. Pushing through the contact. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Yellow, are the lady?
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 57, 57. Come get some.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Cut. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Hey, Sunday.
Now it's Mahomes again. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. From the 2 now. 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Vick. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead.
Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. Lawrence Taylor. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And Sanders now to return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. from midfield. Here's Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's see what you got. Check.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Mahomes now on first down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. It's Barkley on the counter. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Brandon Cooks there to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vic. Lawrence Taylor picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Third and long for Vic. And Walker has it. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They will indeed go for it. Vic, flush to his right. And he locates Walker, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. On first and 10, here's Vic. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Holt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
45, Mike, 45.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Go.
I'm playing the wrong football.
On third down, Vic. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Von Miller in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
45. Mike, 45.
Man, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Here goes Vic on fourth down. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They'll run on first down. Barkley trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. Throwing on second down. Mahomes throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Six-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Vick will look to throw on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller giving him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On second down, this is Jackson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Vick back around his own goal line. It's caught by Jackson. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Let go.
They're going to try and throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away. Defense,
we got the lead.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He gets it to Cooks. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those deep. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Saquon Barkley there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over one.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Lawrence Taylor able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vic incomplete. It was knocked away.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Von Miller, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation.
And now this is intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A 1st down throw coming for Vic. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. Throwing on 3rd and long. Vic, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Brian Anger. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down.
Let's go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, why? Ooh. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Randy Moss there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long...
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw, Vic. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. And this offense on third down today, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. No. Shoot.
Vic now. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Lawrence Taylor getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vic incomplete. It was knocked away. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That throw by Vic incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Vic to throw on 4th down. And it is incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. Thank goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin first and goal already at the 5-yard line. The failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Looking to throw on second down. Vick, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Michael Vick. Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game.
Now Vick stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Lawrence Taylor in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. Vick to throw it, and that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Bring it! Bring it!
Now Vick on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, and now Vick throwing another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Let's go, baby! Mike 50, Mike 50.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will extend this big lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be second down. Throwing, Vic. That is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at them.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Yellow.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10. Easy. 14-yard line.
Bravo. Come. Mike 50. All day. Hey, Mike's 50.
Watch.
Ready, 57 colors.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And the return will stop right around the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.